Mother.
It's okay. It's okay.
You can say it quickly. Well, you can't really say that quickly, can you? Like Samuel L. Jackson, when he says it, he's not.
Bunch of suckers?
Yeah.
How'd that sound?
Yeah, that
Bunch
was
of suckers?
quick. Yeah.
It's rough, right? It's close.
Because or you could really draw it out, mother, or
Punk bunch of suckers.
or what was that? I don't think it's appropriate nowadays, but in Rookie of the Year, funky butt loving.
Yeah, probably not.
Did he say funky butt loving? That was in the trailer.
Next question for you. This is the interview portion now of the podcast. Next question for you. Do you actually have some jammies with Yodas and shit on them? Because I do.
I have jammies, but I don't have any Yodas. I have no Yoda jammies.
Dude, God bless her, my mother Eula. She always sends me a box from America to Korea. And the box that she sent me contained not one, but two Star Wars related silken feeling polyester blend jammies.
Oh.
One of them featured pictures of Return of the Jedi with Lando Calrissian, and the other one was just pictures of Baby Yoda in his pram. I actually have jammies with Yodas and shit on them.
Oh, that is amazing. I used to say that line. So my manager Janie at AMC, she did our Session 9 episode on Movies, Films, and Flakes. She and I used to say that all the time about Baby Yodas. Like, I don't know why. It didn't have nothing to do with anything. Like, oh, well, yeah, little Yodas and shit. Oh, what a great. Oh, man. That guy, his line readings were so good in this movie. Just when he has to deal with, when Trey Wilson has to deal with the rider of the apocalypse, Leonard Smalls, he's not really backing down from him. He knows his game.
Zero intimidation. Zero.
He knows his game. He just hates him. But he also realizes you don't mess with this guy.
Mm-hmm,
I'll give you your 50 G's, but I hate you.
Yeah, and my favorite thing about Nathan Arizona is not just that he's not intimidated, he's very concerned about footprints on his furniture and total domination at the workplace.
Yeah,
okay?
He is.
Total, okay? These people wouldn't piss on a fire if I didn't tell them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He, in the words of Eric B. and Rakim, he ain't no joke. Nathan Arizona. Rest in peace to Trey Wilson. Died in 1989, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was going to be in their next movie that they had coming out with Miller's Crossing, I believe he was going to be in. And I just loved, but it's also interesting though, because characters like that, they never, at the end he lets them go. And he's like, listen, he's like, remember, I love when H.I. is like, yeah, we're kind of selfish and we don't really think about other things and we're not really good together. He's like, well, you guys brought the kid back. Like, I see something in there. And then he's talking about his wife. He's just saying, I don't know what I would do without her. And it's just it's a weird thing. There's no pure evil in this movie. And didn't Leonard Smalls also have a Roadrunner tattoo? Not Roadrunner, Woody Woodpecker tattoo?
I think Leonard Smalls did have the same Woody Woodpecker tattoo, in addition to the baby booties that he carries around.
Yeah.
And the tattoo that says, Mama didn't love me.
Yeah.
So Leonard Smalls has a lot of untapped. Is it pathos? Is that the correct word?
Yeah, pathos, ethos.
He's got a lot. He's got a lot of darkness in him that he's trying to deal with, And the fact that he brings up the fact that during his time in the 40s or 50s, even he was a cute baby worth $30,000, which was a lot of time in that era.
Yeah.
His childhood factors a lot into what he has to deal with. And for what it's worth, he doesn't kill the baby either, even though he puts it on the front of his motorcycle, which is insane.
Yeah.
But it's not true. Nobody's trying to kill the baby, not even Leonard Smalls, man.
Oh, yeah. And that shot of the baby booties is about 14 seconds long, and I love it. And
it's brilliant.
And there's another thing I was thinking about with this movie where, first of all, Nick Cage in movies that feature him in like a white wife beater, for lack of a better term, tank top. I guess that's an antiquated phrase, but we said it for our entire lives. Kiss of Death, Con Air, and Raising Arizona with his tank tops. Mm-hmm. I mean, three excellent films right there. But also, when you look at his career, so he's in prison. His 3 blockbusters in a row are, he did The Rock, prison, Con Air, prison, Face Off, escapes of prison. And then you have a motorcyclist from hell, because he has powers, Leonard Small. He can disappear. So think about that. Ghost Rider, Drive Angry. Yeah. He's coming from hell. And then you have, he's a thief, Matchstick Men, There's a couple other movies that I forget, and then kind of a sensitive guy was like he goes with an opposite, so he's with a cop, he's a criminal. Valley Girl, like that kind of life.
Right.
And then you also have, I don't know, I wrote a note, but you see my notes, they look horrible. But yeah, there's a lot of his later career in this character. National Treasure, he's a thief. So it's but he's a good thief. In Matchstick Men, he doesn't fleece people horribly too. He gets played.
Right.
And he's a criminal in Con Air, but he's a good criminal. He's a good guy.
There is nothing more American than the criminal and or hooker with a heart of gold, man.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yep.
You know, he is a guy who is always searching to fill that hole inside him with something, you know, even that part in the movie in the beginning, you know, after he finds out that Ed is barren and his seed cannot find purchase on her rocky insides. I found myself driving by convenience stores again, not even on the way home.
Yeah.
Because it's an addiction for him, man. It's what he uses to fill that hole inside of himself.
I like that they don't ditch it immediately, too. I like that they keep him wanting to steal. And and also, I just want to tell you something really quick. There's really no research for this movie. There's none. There's no commentaries, but I found a really old interview where Nick Cage is interviewed. They didn't even say what it was for. But his first meeting with the Coen brothers, the first thing they talked about was model rockets because he had yellow paint on his shoe. So he went through a phase in the 80s where he was building model rockets and shooting them and blowing up. He had paint on his shoe, and that's what he talked about the Coen brothers. And then he's like, oh, did the Coen brothers build model rockets? He's like, no. And then he flew to New York because they didn't think his regional accent was that good. And, so he had to keep trying. And then he said that he thought being with babies was bizarre because they're sort of aliens, because they're not people yet. And he complained about the stage mothers, because there's, 14 babies used in this movie. And
yes,
I can attest. So I worked on over 150 sets.
Right.
And I had to deal with a lot of parents. And they're cool at first, but almost every single one of it becomes rough towards the end. Like, their stage parents are a very interesting breed. So I felt for him when he was talking about that. And then just one more thing that I found. Let's see. Oh, he said that when he was younger, the movie was very Super 8 to him. And so he told Joel and Ethan, because he used to shoot Super 8, so did the Coens, that he would just tell them, guys, like, this is a Super 8 movie. We're making a Super 8 movie. And I think that's a neat way.
So it's going to be crazy, right?
That's a neat way to explain it, because I don't know. And I got to tell you, for a second film, this is a very assured second film. And what I like to it wasn't okay. So some of these directors who they make an indie, then they'll go do a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I think they succeed because the producers and the machinery, like, you're placed inside of an already working, you're placed inside Big Ben. The clock is going to tick.
Right.
Regardless.
This is where you are. This is your job. Do it.
And for their second film, this is them. Like, this is
exactly.
It lived and failed with them. It wasn't heavily produced. It wasn't overly controlled. But I think they just got. I mean, they knew Frances McDormand, Oscar winner. They knew Holly Hunter, who should have won an Oscar. Nick Cage, who had already had Valley Girl and some experience under his belt. I mean, just character actor galore before any of them were really that big. And I think that's more impressive. This movie, to me, all right, you can call me crazy, you can call me insane, but this movie to me is more impressive than a director stepping up and making a $150 Marvel tentpole, because those Marvel tentpoles have an excellent DP, they have fight choreographers, they have second unit, they have producers, they have the best producers in the world, and they have money. That movie didn't have this, and it still turned out to be a highly rewatchable. You go through a Coen Brothers top 10 list, and if this isn't in their top 10, you're wrong.
That person's wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
That person's completely wrong, and you're flat wrong.
And there's
there's what's right, and there's what's right, and never the twain shall meet. You are wrong. I'm sorry.
And it's subjective, right? But you're wrong.
Yes. You're wrong.
I'm very open to lists. I don't care. You know what's interesting, Norbert? You put out a list, and I love 9 out of the 10 movies. I'll be like, well, I don't like number 7. Or that should have been number 1. But if you think about it, 150 movies came out this year that could plausibly be in top 10 lists. So for you and I to have the same top 10, 1 through 10, that would be astronomically
impossible,
right? It would not work. But if you and I pick 5 of the same movies, whoa, we got common ground. Like, that's more rare
Definitely.
than what it should have been. But yeah, people always complain. Sorry, I had to go off on that. But yeah,
No, that's fine, man. This movie's about the salad days, baby. That's what he said. It's about the salad days. And this movie represents the salad days of the Coens. They wrote it, they directed it. This is their vision. And this is I love Fargo. I love No Country. This is the one Coen film that I watch on a regular basis. Period. Full stop.
I just don't want to watch Fargo a lot. I love No Country,
really
but I don't want to watch that a lot.
No.
Okay, let's do somewhere on the. So let's cover some of their movies here. Let's do something. Let's do a draft. We'll put this
Go
on
for it.
Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook. You can have first pick. Pick whatever you want. Pretentiousness doesn't matter. You can take this movie. So you'll pick 5. You'll do 1. I'll do 1, and we'll pick 5 out of their 18 movies. So
Okay.
you get first pick, Norbert.
All righty. Clearly, as I just said, man, raised in Arizona.
All right. I will. Oh gosh. Oh man. Oh gosh. I'm already having a hard time, and I haven't even done one yet. Because you look through them, you shouldn't even look through their movies because you'll never make a decision.
Done deal.
All right, I gotta do No Country. I like Fargo,
Okay.
but I'm doing No Country. That hit me harder.
Okay. I'm going Hudsucker
Oh yeah.
because Hudsucker, you get that Ernest Tim Robbins character that he plays so well.
Oh, so good.
I'm going Hudsucker.
All right, you got the Huds. Oh man, no one even likes that movie, but I love it. And there's Bigelow. I don't care. If I lose this, I don't give a shit. I love Burn After Reading. I think Burn After Reading is a slept-on movie because it is weird. Have you seen that movie?
I have not.
Oh
I
my!
have not. I'm looking at it now. It's got Malkovich and McDormand and Pitt. Jesus.
This
That's gotta
movie.
be good.
This movie. Tilda Swinton. It's weird, Norbert. It gets. There's things that happen that you just don't see happening, and Brad Pitt plays a wonderful idiot in it. It's just a fantastic, weird film. So I'm gonna say
Take a look.
Burn After Reading for my number 2. And yes, I know that there's other movies that are better or more popular, but I'm doing that. I don't care.
Okay. Then that leaves me with Lebowski.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Ties the room together. What? Oh gosh, shut up, Donnie. You're out of your league. Oh man. Oh man.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
I'm gonna. Oh gosh, because I mean, one of us has to take Blood Simple or Barton Fink, right? Like that has but
Honestly, I'll be real with you. Barton Fink, not a bad movie, but again, not something that I'm gonna watch over and over again.
yeah. So
I'm not gonna.
since we're just basing on what we'd watch over and over again, I'm taking Hail Caesar because it just I think it's really funny, and I like that the writers want to be the communists because they don't make much like I love that idea. So I'm taking Hail Caesar.
Then, unfortunately for you, brother, my last choice is Oh Brother.
Oh wait, you got one more after this, so you've won completely.
All right, so I'm taking Oh Brother because I am a man of constant sorrow. You want to fall down a good YouTube hole? Watch people do covers of that.
Oh gosh, the color grading too. They wanted to shoot in a Dust Bowl type area, but when they went to go shoot, it was all green, so they had to do digital color correction, which was one of the first. Beautiful. Roger Deakins.
My man, you watch people do covers of this song, and you see it'll be one guy sitting in a bathroom. The next video will be 40 people playing instruments at the same time, and everybody has just this pain. And oh god, it'll give you chills, man. Constant sorrow. Oh my! Look, and right now I can't. Woo! I love that song. Man.
Since you're doing music, I'm going Inside Llewyn Davis because I love the song with JT and Adam Driver and JT. I think that Oscar Isaac is pitch perfect in it. It's good. I think it's so visually iconic to me. People are gonna. I'm really going new. Listen, man. I love Barton Fink. I just don't want to watch it all the time. Like I can't.
Neither do I.
I've watched all their movies, and I just don't like putting together lists because I want to win. I just rather put together lists that I don't know. I just feel in the moment. So
stuff you get a vibe from, man. Stuff you get a vibe from. I definitely agree.
You got your last pick here.
All right, and the final one is True Grit because that movie's awesome.
Oh yeah,
Full
and that
stop.
one, oh no, that didn't win him his Oscar.